Hey y'all, hope everything's going well. This video today is actually something that I videoed and recorded probably about like a month ago, I would say, because I can see I have my St. Patrick's Day towel out, and I just never got around to like editing it and getting it up. So I got to it today, and I thought I'd just throw this up for this week's video because I haven't really had time to record something right now because we are like in the process of weaning my daughter, and so it's been crazy because she is like nurses to sleep for like naps and bedtime, like all the time, co-sleep, contact sleeps, and all of that mess. So it's been a little bit rough, but we are through it and it's going good, and I hope to share that story about how I went through that process with you guys very soon on my channel. But today I'm just going to be showing you how I typically like prep for the week. I don't do a prep this hard every single week, but I do, try to prep as much as possible. I've shared some of my meal prep tips before on my channel, so if you haven't checked out that video, I'll definitely link it down below in the description box. But I just got started by throwing some bacon in the oven, and the best way to cook bacon is to cook it on a cooking rack over top of your sheet pans. That way that the like grease drips and your bacon's not just like sitting in the grease the whole time it's cooking, so your bacon gets nice and crispy. And actually another really cool trick that I learned from I think like Bobby Flay off of the Food Network channel is to put your bacon in the oven as the oven's preheating, and it gets super crispy that way. So I preheated my oven to 425, and I went ahead and put my bacon in immediately and didn't wait for the oven to preheat. And so you put it in there for 25 minutes. The oven preheats probably about after like 10 to 15 minutes depending on your oven, and then you have some nice crispy bacon. So that is a little bit different, and I hope you guys enjoy that trick. If you do try that out, definitely let me know down in the comments below. And the bacon is going to be used for, I'm going to crumble some up and use some in a Colby corn chowder that I'm going to freeze. And then the rest of it I'm going to be putting in some breakfast bowls for my husband's breakfast this week for lunch. And I'm also making some eggs here. I'm making some scrambled eggs because tonight we are having breakfast for dinner. And then I'm also going to be making some little egg muffins for his lunch because we find that scrambled eggs don't really reheat that well. But to make the best scrambled eggs, I put the eggs in a bowl and add some milk, and then some salt, pepper, and whatever seasoning you like. Typically we just do salt and pepper. Whisk those up and then throw them in a really hot pan and get those scrambled. If you're looking for the recipe for the egg muffins, definitely check out the video link below because I go through how I make those in that video. Now that the oven is preheated, I did just toss in some hash browns in with the bacon because they do both cook at the same temperature. And I made a whole pan of hash browns because we will eat some tonight for dinner, like I said. And also I'll put some in with my husband's breakfast. So I did chop up some potatoes. Those are going to go in the Colby corn chowder. And now I'm jumping back over to the stove with the skillet just to start some chicken. And I'm just like pan frying some chicken real quick. And I'm going to use it to make some chicken salad for us to have on hand for lunches this week. is out here, so I can go ahead and start prepping some of those breakfasts that I'm going to have in the fridge for my husband. And I'm going to put a couple egg muffins in each one, a hash brown, and a couple pieces of bacon for my husband's breakfast. So I've got my Colby corn chowder done. As you saw, that's a super simple recipe. You've just got your cream style corn, potatoes, milk, Colby Jack cheese, and some bacon crumbles basically. Just add in some seasonings however you like, and you've got a corn chowder going. So I'm going to let that cool off a little bit before I get it ready for the freezer. And now I'm going to start in on my vegetable soup. So I'm just starting by chopping some celery for that. And if you saw me cut up that whole onion a while ago, I just went ahead and cut up a whole onion and have it in a bowl because I knew a lot of the recipes I'm doing are going to need onion, and I'm just grabbing from that. So when I'm freezing soup, I like to put them in Ziploc bags, and a good way to keep your bag standing up, unless you have some of those fancy bag holders, is just to toss your bag in a mixing bowl and fold it over, and then you can keep your bag upright while you get your soup in there. And I'd love to come up with a new way to keep my soups in the freezer and different freezer things, just so I don't have to waste a Ziploc bag, because I am trying to really cut down on our waste. I thought about using mason jars, but I just don't have one big enough. I feel like it would take like a bazillion mason jars to fit all of the soup in. So I'm really not sure how I want to do that. I have used like a glass Pyrex before, but I don't want to have all my glass Pyrexes in the freezer as well. So if you have like a zero waste way that you are putting things in the freezer, like soups and stuff, I would love to hear it. So definitely let me know that down in the comments. So I'm just seasoning my vegetable soup right now, and y'all know I don't measure anything hardly ever, except sometimes when I'm baking or if it's kind of a newer recipe. But I'm just tossing in seasonings until it looks right. I've made this soup 1,000 times, so I know how it needs to look. That right there is about how you want your soup to look once you get it seasoned. But I love cooking this way, you know, just kind of free form and just getting real creative with it, because I feel like it's just such a creative outlet, and you know, practice makes perfect, excuse me. So if you are like, well, I can't cook except for with a recipe and measuring it out specifically, just kind of practice around with it and just be creative. You know, everything doesn't have to taste exactly the same every single time. Just, you know, go free form and enjoy yourself in the kitchen if you're in there a lot like I am. So y'all are seeing me drink water in this video a whole lot. Definitely make sure y'all are staying hydrated. It's good to stay hydrated anyway, but definitely make sure you're staying hydrated when you're cooking, because cooking is a sport, y'all. So you got to keep your hydration levels up. I love having a nice cool drink of ice water while I am cooking in the kitchen. And right now I am just cutting up some chicken for that chicken salad. I know some of y'all, you know, once you get your chicken done, you probably do like the hand mixer to shred it up. I don't like my chicken salad shredded that finely, so I do chop it up to get it a little more chunky. Grapes are going to be going in my chicken salad, so I like to cut my grapes in quarters to put them in my chicken salad. And this is seriously the best in chicken salad. It's kind of like the Panera Bread chicken salad, if you've ever had that. This is not going to have the almond slivers in it, but for chicken salad, you just toss you some mayonnaise in there, a little bit of parsley, possibly some Italian seasoning, a tiny dash of sugar, mix all that up real good, and put your grapes in there. The amount of grapes you want is going to differ depending on your taste. Get that mixed up, give it a taste. If you like it, you've got your chicken salad. And you want to make sure you refrigerate it in the refrigerator overnight, because chicken salad is always better the next day. So if you're ever making chicken salad for like a party or something like that, definitely make it the day before and let it sit overnight, because it just tastes better the next day. Alright y'all, so we are officially prepped for the week. So we've made a ton of stuff, freezer meals, stuff for lunch. We are ready for whatever this week throws at us, which is really exciting. So if you noticed during this, we did get our appliances that, if you followed along, you know, were a little bit of a drama. But yeah, they're finally here. So I thought I'd show you guys how they are and how I've got everything in there organized, and I might end up redoing things a little bit, but I just want to show you how I've got things set up now. And then we've got to get this big mess cleaned up. So look at this. Yeah. So, all right, let's get going. So this is just the fridge that we got. And this is the first time that I've ever had an ice maker even. But this one has like water and ice on the door. I know most people have that. But this is actually the first time that I haven't had to make ice in like ice trays. And it is like such a luxury. Like that was like one of my least favorite chores. But up top, we've just got the grapes that I didn't use in the chicken salad and the blueberries all prepped and washed. Behind that is the celery and hummus that I cut up. Then we've got leftovers from dinner, so scrambled eggs and hash browns, which me and Junie will have for breakfast. This is just a spicy mayonnaise I made and a leftover mushroom, which if you follow me on Instagram, you saw that I made those the other night. I've got my coffees. We've got some salsas from Moe's left over. Their salsa is so good, so I saved them. Then a couple vegetable soups because those didn't fit in that bag. The chicken salad's back there. Some juices prepped and some breakfast is prepped. So this is my husband's shelf, so he knows he can just go in here and grab stuff for his lunch to make it really quick. We've just got a few miscellaneous things down here. Then here we've got some cheese sticks and cheese and fruit cups and yogurts and things like that. I've got all of our prepped fruit in here, so I've got some cut up onion that I'll use this week, some cut up pepper. These are some cut up mushrooms back here. This is some tomato, and then I've got more cut up tomato in here and lettuce, and we'll use those on our chicken salad sandwiches. And then down here we've just got some apples and oranges. Some yogurt pouches, which I need to get something to kind of organize these. Like I keep setting them up like really nice in little rows, and then every time we open and close the door, obviously they just get thrown around. Some sauces. This is kind of our milk and creamer. Some more sauces, and then our butter. Then in here we've got some fruit, and I just froze the rest of the blueberries that were left over for last week, and I'll use those for smoothies or popsicles or something. We've just got a few like side dishes here on this shelf. Some freezer meals. This is a string pie left over that I made. And then these two drawers have all of our meat in them. It's kind of dark in here, but there's our butter, which we just got this Country Crock plant-based butter, and I'm actually really liking it. And this is just a regular butter. Some cookies, waffles, and some sweet potato nuggets, and then some teething toys in the freezer. So this is our stove. Had a little bit of a spill there, so we've got to get that cleaned up. And I've just got some of our pots and pans down there. So this is my first time having like one of these flat glass top stoves, and I would love to know how y'all are keeping yours clean. Right now I'm using the Wyman's cooktop cleaner, and it's kind of a lot to do all the time. And I find that the microfiber cloths that I normally use for cleaning are really not working well with this product. So I'm kind of just still trying to figure out how I want to keep the stovetop clean and everything like that, and you've really got to like work to get the product up off of the cooktop with those microfiber cloths. So if you guys have any suggestions, preferably a green one, I would love to hear those down below. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I enjoyed having you in my kitchen with me today. And if you are new here and have not already subscribed, I would love to have you as a subscriber. So definitely click that subscribe button down below. Turn on your notifications so that you will be alarmed when my next video comes out. I'm trying to do a video every Tuesday now. And if you're not already, follow me over on Instagram at the Life. All right, bye y'all.